All right. Looks like that is working. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Couldn't have been more off than that. That's okay. Oh, man. Just can't get rid of that. Welcome back, everyone. Here to talk a few little schniblets of news that have gone on over the last 24 hours or so, less really. One that came out last night. I don't think they announced this on Monday, which is weird. Usually they announce this during Raw. They announced this, I think it was right before SmackDown, sometime in the afternoon. The Honky Tonk Man, back from, I don't know what you call it. Some call it the golden era of wrestling back in the 80s. When I was growing up and I was a wee little nard and I was loving Hulk Hogan and all those guys. So this goes way back. And I don't want to get into the whole controversy of he's been crapping on the WWE, WWF forever and calling out this guy and complaining about this and just all the negative stuff that goes along with the Honky Tonk Man. I'm ignoring it. I don't care. I'm happy for this because it's call it what you want, the Hall of Fame, whatever. I don't care. I still think it's something special. So the fact that the Honky Tonk Man is going in the Hall of Fame, I think it's pretty awesome. And reading up on some of this on WWE.com, he's cool, he's cocky, he's bad, and now he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. What is the number I was looking at here? The longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, 13 months, nearly 13 months, it says. His record-breaking 454 days as Intercontinental, or as my wife would like to say, Intercontinental champion is a feat that has stood the test of time as no superstar has come close to eclipsing his unprecedented championship reign. And then he was later in a duo of sorts with Greg the Hammer Valentine. Oh, Rhythm and Blues. There we go. And then I did not realize that, and then there was a period of time where I wasn't watching wrestling at all, where he was a manager of Rockabilly, a.k.a. Billy Gunn. Found that interesting. I did not know that. So, says, but once again, the spotlight will be on the Honky Tonk Man as he takes his place in sports entertainment's history. Don't miss the Honky Tonk Man's enshrinement during the 2019 Hall of Fame induction ceremony, Saturday, April 6th, blah, 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 blah. So, another great reason for me personally to watch this. And by all means, folks, let me know your thoughts as well. Are you excited about this? I know a good chunk of my viewers are out there are significantly younger than me. Some I'm sure are close in age, but so I'm sure some appreciate this, maybe some don't. And that's all good. To each their own. I'm excited about it, so I wanted to talk about it. Talk about some some sad news in the world of wrestling. I read something right before I ate dinner that Lufisto has officially retired from wrestling, and you can go on her social media and read the whole spiel that she put on there, and it's actually very telling um, as to what she's been going through a majority of her wrestling career, which is so sad. Um, I've had my aches and pains and my surgeries and stuff, but I can't even imagine going through what she's gone through. Um, and on top of that, dealing with the whole cancer issue. So, but on a positive note, something that just came out on social media on Twitter. I don't know if I could find it real quick. I just had it up here before I went live. Come on, page, load. Here we go. I'm going to find it. It wasn't that long ago. Give me just a second here. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, that's okay. I just saw something else I wanted to talk about. So apparently, some new signees in the NXT UK. I'm not going to go over all the names, but one particular one that I'm very happy about because she impressed the hell out of me over the last few years when she was in the Mae Young Classic. I always forget that. God, this thing is running hard tonight. My goodness, probably because of all the tabs I have open for my little news bits. I can't find it. I'm sure she's going to share it. I'm sorry I can't find this. It's crazy. You try to find some recent stuff and it's showing me stuff from days ago. Looks like they got the same stupid algorithms as like Facebook. You try to find most recent and it shows you stuff from a week ago. That's not most recent, dumbass. Crazy. I'm not finding it. But Lufisto is she is sponsored now. She has her own t-shirt company that's sponsoring her. I'm sure more details will come out in the future. She's going to need it with all the stuff that she's going through, as far as, if you want to help support her, buy a t-shirt, stuff like that. That's always appreciated. I've talked about that a lot over the course of this last holiday season when you got wrestlers who were injured and you want to make a difference in their life, buy a t-shirt, buy some swag, Blood Ray's in the chat. Damn. And the voice is officially gone. Blood Rain's in the chat. What is up? One guitar shot to Honky Tonk, man. The heel who I hated the most. Lawler's cousin. Lawler's cousin? I didn't know that. Really? I did not know that. I know there are some people who are related to other people in the industry. I read he was trained up in, I want to say Calgary, which is pretty impressive. Aaron Jack, what is up? We have a live Aaron Jack in the chat this evening. What's happening? I was out doing some shoveling, so I'm still trying to warm myself up. Man, it's cold out. Holy shnikes. We didn't get a lot of snow last night, but God bless my father. He actually did a little shoveling today too. But I went across the street, the family across the street is moving, and they're not around much. So I'm doing the nice neighborly thing, hashtag paying it forward. And I've been taking care of their driveway while they're gone. They come back a few times a week, get mail, check on the house, and whatever. It's the least I can do. And it's something I was thinking about recently. So um, if that inspires you in any way, shape, or form, tremendous. Just as in, hey, pay it forward. You know, if someone does something nice for you and you can't necessarily pay them back or they don't want any payback, do it for someone else. Blood Rain says, yup, an old buddy from West Memphis, Arkansas told me this years ago. Not cold here, but cold spell is on its way soon. Yes, sharing from Wisconsin. You can have it. You can have it, folks. I've lived in Wisconsin all my life, and I usually don't complain about it. We've had some pretty tame winters lately. We've had some winters where we barely had any snow at all. And man, we've had almost, we've probably reached the 50-inch mark as of last night. That's a guess, but I'm probably not too far off. Thank you, Blood Rain. Blood Rain in the chat just put Lufisto's Facebook message link in the chat. Thank you very much for sharing that. I appreciate that. I should have had that clicked up there, but you can read that on in your own time. It's a very it's a sad message, and it's a brutally honest message. But yeah, she goes on to explain all her things in there as well. But keep an eye on her social media. I'm sorry I couldn't find the link as far as her new sponsorship, but I'm sure it's, in dealing with this new cervical cancer, her knee issues, which is what she goes in length to talk about in that message to her fans, is one of the main reasons besides the cancer why she's retiring is her knee. Or and it gives me chills just to say these words, or lack thereof. It's wow. Yeah, it's really amazing. I can't say I've been a, follower of hers forever, but I have seen a handful of her matches. And that's another one. I'm bringing up the reference of, stuff I saw on Flow Slam a couple years ago. That's where I first started seeing her work. I was like, who's this Lufisto? What the heck? And I was like, wow. I mean, I kind of relate her to like a Jordan Grace type, a thicker girl, but an ass kicker nonetheless. And yeah, it's just amazing. And it's sad that with everything she's got going on now and the, shall we say, climate of professional wrestling now, where people are really starting to get contracts, that she never got that break. But maybe someone down the road, depending on her situation, will be kind enough to help her out in her stuff going forward. So I did not realize she's just a little younger than me. She's 39. I know you're not supposed to talk about women's ages, but I was surprised. I mean, for as good as she is, I did not realize she was that old. I'm 44, creeping up on the back door of 45. We're just around the corner in April, so it's it's really something. Shame we never got to see her in Impact. Yeah, I agree. Or anywhere grand, in that matter. Impact, whatever. What else? Let's talk some excuse me. some AEW news. A lot of little things coming out today for AEW. Actually, before I get into that, all right, okay. I mentioned I touched on the NXT UK thing. Jazzy, her last name, Gabbert. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Jazzy Gabbert signed. In fact, yeah, a handful of people, new contracts, and I'm thinking specifically of the women. Jazzy Gabbert signed, I believe Viper did. I believe I heard that within the last few days. Viper signed. I know there was talk of that Viper was on the fence of either WWE or AEW. But she signed with NXT UK. And Kylie Ray, not to be confused with Kylie Ray of of recently signed with AEW. There's a couple of them, depending on how you say it. But yeah, so she officially signed with WWE UK as well. Eric Jack says Impact Wrestling is teasing a former world champion returning to the company to be announced during this Friday's Press Pass podcast. Yeah. I know a lot of people think it's Austin Aries. I hope not. I mean, she what a brain fart. Sorry. I'm like reading as I'm talking and I'm like, I shouldn't do that. Austin Aries is still a hell of a talent, but his attitude has been something else to be talked about. And even more telling when they showed some of the behind the scenes stuff from the aftermath of his match with Johnny Impact when Johnny Impact beat him. That was, yeah, interesting to say the least. And, I don't feel like, I feel it would add a level of, I don't know how I would say this. There would be some bad air in the locker room. Harry says an ego issue. Yeah, and, he is damn good. And there is a point to which it's okay to be like that, to be, somewhat cocky and confident if you know what you're worth. I get that. But then there is a level beyond that where it becomes unhealthy. Unhealthy. That's a good word. Austin Aries, you're unhealthy for wrestling. Go away. Vanilla midget bastard. I'm kidding. So, yeah, we'll see. I've seen some opinions on it could be a women's. Could be a women's champ. They didn't say whether it was a man or a woman. There was rumors of Taryn Terrell wanted to come back. But then she had an issue of she couldn't get out of the country for whatever reason, and it'd be kind of difficult because now they're, I think Impact has become a little more international, going over to the UK a little more often, certainly going up to Canada for tapings more. I don't know. Aaron Jackson's Bully Ray, maybe. I haven't heard about his contract status with Ring of Honor. I don't know what kind of deal he has with them, if it's up or not. I do not know. but I know he's been with them the last year. Great heel, tremendous mind for wrestling. No matter where he goes, as far as company wise, he is certainly a good addition. I love him on the Busted Open Radio with David LaGreca. Great. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, okay. So now let's talk some AEW news. We got some new signee stuff and some news on Cody. Excuse me, to boot. So Cody had this knee surgery recently, but he's really pushing himself to either A, get in the ring, or B, make events. Well, he made the announcement today that as part of this partnership with AAA, I'm reading this off of WrestleZone, AAA has announced that as a part of their relationship with All Elite Wrestling, Cody Rhodes will be appearing at their Rey de Reyes event on March 16th. That is right around the corner. And the more I think about it, whether you watch them or not, there's certain people who are associated with AAA that are significant game changers in the world of wrestling. Some not so much, some more just on the entertainment side, and it's more of a cultural thing. Wow, the trolls. Jeez Louise. Just read some of the comments on their site. My God, I'm glad they're not part of this podcast. I look at some of the regulars on AAA, and it makes me think even more that certain faces could show up in this partnership with AEW. Dramatic pause. And I was thinking specifically about Killer Cross. Man, I love what he's doing in AAA because he's still just destroying everyone he comes in contact with. One-on-one, triple threat, whatever, he's involved in. Just slaying everyone. He is, and he keeps screaming for a title shot. One of these days, they just got to give it to him and let him run with it. I mean, he's one of the biggest, baddest heels in the industry right now and doing it well. I mean, really doing it well. And like I, don't get me wrong. I love what he's doing in Impact Wrestling. I love it. It's been, I've been following him for a few years now and have been dying for him to get his chance. Well, he's got his chance now, but they're taking baby steps with him. I mean, he's had championship shots. He just hasn't been, given the chance to run with putting the company on his back, so to speak. Make him championship, or make him the champion. But I know what's going to happen someday. It's just the timing, and I get that in wrestling. You got to wait for the right time for certain things. I know his time will come. So there's that. So yeah, Cody's showing up in AAA soon. Is he going to bring people with him? I think we'd have to assume, let's light some fires. Let's get this exciting. Maybe someone who's already been announced for AEW shows up in AAA and they make an international match for Double or Nothing coming up. Just speculation, throwing it out there. But I think him showing up there is more of a good faith thing. I don't see him getting too physical in the ring, but hey, I don't know. I've never had knee issues. My wife is dealing with, she just had knee surgery and she's still recovering. She's had a bit of a setback. She's getting there. Day at a time, kind of stuff. So I get that. One of these days, I'm going to do one of these little, I don't fantasy book a lot of stuff. I put little things out there once in a while. Last year, I did what did I do? Ring of Honor versus Impact Wrestling, fantasy booked a couple things. That was actually funny because I tagged several people in it, including the Young Bucks and Cody. This was late at night. Cody's response to it was, untag me from this shit. To which the video blew up. So, I thank you, Cody, for, he didn't block me. He didn't block me. Thank God. It's just one of those nights where he probably had one too many. Did not appreciate the effort I was putting in to just have a little fun with podcasting, as we do once in a while. So I still go back to that once in a while. It cracks me up. So yeah, I haven't tagged. I mean, I've talked plenty about AEW over the course of the last few months. I don't tag him anymore. I might have tagged him once, depending on what it was. But so yeah, still love Cody. I just kind of I leave him alone now, because we tag people and stuff when we podcast because we hope that they watch and or share it, and I do that once in a while. I do a lot less tagging of people now, but whatever. Anyways, what else? Okay, and this comes out of, I know this has been all over the place, but we're reading this from ringsidenews.com, everyone's favorite. Wink, wink. So, and this also came with another piece of event news as well, as part of this video. The video came out today as part of the road to Double or Nothing. Brandy Rhodes made the phone call to Bea Priestley, Will Ospreay's, we'll say, better half. Now, she's probably not going to be a part of Double or Nothing, but she is signing with All Elite Wrestling, and she'll jump in around July. And I believe the name of the event that's going on in Jacksonville that they said for AEW is going to be Fight of the Fallen. I think that's what it is. That's going to be one where they're, raising money for victims of gunshot violence down in Florida, which I think is tremendous. I think it's great. They also, before I jump into that, so yeah, Bea Priestley, tremendous women's wrestler. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. He can't stand Ospreay. Hey, he's a hell of a talent. Whether you like him or not, you got to admit that. He's cocky, but he's damn good. Bea Priestley is another one of those that I found through watching stuff on Flow Slam. The first thing I watched of her was an event, Lucha Forever. She was on there, and I can't remember who she faced. Cannot remember. But I know she's got more matches on, YouTube. Go look her up. Great talent. And also helps in the international realm as well. She can point out, hey, I worked with this girl. Go check her out. Stuff like that. And that's where Critical Sting late again. Damn. It's okay, man. It's okay. Amazing Red is my prediction for the Ultimate X Mystery opponent. The last one of the 6. Interesting pick there. Huh. Well, from what I've heard, he's still wrestling. I haven't heard a lot about him. Could be. Yeah, we haven't seen him in the Impact Zone, if you will, for a long time. Tremendous, though. Last thing I think I saw of him was when they first brought in Crimson, and Crimson was like his older brother. They both had red hair and spiked and whatever. Man, I want to see a 3-way between the Young Bucks, LAX versus Lucha Bros. Oh, man. I don't think there's an arena big enough that could hold that action. That's crazy. That'd be tremendous. Speaking of, you just reminded me of something. Thank you, Aaron Jack. LAX as a part of the what the hell, that same event, the United We Stand. LAX threw out a challenge to I love the way that Conan put it, and I can't remember it, but I know it was funny as hell. Conan, how he talks about other wrestlers, calls them a cream puff or whatever. I don't know. A Twinkie, whatever. I don't know. He's goofy. LAX called out Low Key and someone who else is in Selena De La Renta's crew down in MLW. I can picture them. I can't think of their guy's name. I want to say like Hernandez, but that's not right. Is it? No, I'm not thinking of the classic TNA's Hernandez. I'm thinking of shit, I can't think of his name. Ricky Martinez. Thank you. You guys, see, I love you guys. Tremendous. Mwah. Always helping fill in the cracks, if you will. Ricky Martinez is going to tag with Low Key against LAX on April, whatever it is, United We Stand. That should be good. That makes me excited to see that. I mean, it's something a little different. It's a dose of something that's been, can we say, brewing over the last year, because the whole thing between Selena De La Renta and her rivalry with Conan, because Conan's taken everyone and anyone and thrown him at low key, trying to dethrone him in MLW. And that's one thing that we have not seen the crossover yet of all the people is LAX. So on this stage, we're going to see it. I think it's pretty cool. I see the Eli Drake match is off. Is it really? I read something that he said he didn't want to do it, but I thought that was just, him being, a heel. I don't know. LAX is going to eat their lunch after taking their lunch money. Yeah, that's one I'm not going to predict until like last minute, I think. Bring out Scarlet. Huh. Maybe. What else was I going to? There was something else I was going to talk about. I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. That's what I do. Talked about Bea Priestley. Oh, and the stuff with Chris Jericho in there. Very entertaining as well. And they also, once again, threw more censored or muffled or whatever conversation. They were talking about Brandy and Cody's knee. It was supposed to be like, it looked kind of like an off-camera thing, or supposed to be, but they aired it. I love the way they did it. It's pretty cool. Just, throwing more skepticism as to who he's going to face at Double or Nothing. She apparently thinks, from what she's saying is, what it sounds like is he shouldn't rush this, that he's not going to be ready for this person. She said this match with, big pixelated cloud over her mouth, as she said who it was, Aaron Jack, CM Punk. Yeah, I mean, it looked like she said it was like 3 syllables. And it looked like CM Punk, but it didn't. You kind of like watch her jaw. And you kind of like, mouth. And it's hard. It's hard to tell. So I still think it is. Crossing my fingers. It's just one of these things that they're just having fun with, storytelling. And they're almost turning it into Cody wanting to do this and his wife not wanting him to do this, and that little, don't want to call it a scuffle, but as in difference of opinion. Hijo de la Parca. Well, I'll tell you what. It's interesting you say that, because as soon as you said that, this popped in my head. And I got to quick get this out of my head before it, turns into another brain fart. The fact that he's going down to Rhea de Reyes. Yes, I hear you. Cat's scratching at the door, pain in my ass today. Oh my God, my cats are driving me nuts. I love my cats. Don't get me wrong. I love my damn cats, but damn. Cuckoo today. Absolutely cuckoo. He's going down to Triple Day Rhea de Reyes in a few weeks, March, whatever I said, 15th, 16th. And that's one of the bigger events for AAA, probably more in the realm of, say, like a SummerSlam in a sense, size event. from what I get the feelings I've seen a couple before. It's a bigger one, and um, I don't remember all the specific big things that are tied to it. I think there's some kind of tournament for Rey de Reyes. But anyways, it's more brain farting. But if he shows up, my point is, if he shows up and something happens at the event, that would certainly give way to, oh, maybe they're going to face off at Double or Nothing. If it is, who would be a great, I mean, you could pick anybody from the AAA, I don't know, roster. I mean, some more significant names that would be fun to watch, I think, would be like Dr. Wagner, but I don't think it's him. The guy can still go. And from what I can tell, it's someone unmasked, so someone not behind a mask. And then it gets a little fuzzy because there's a lot of masked people in AAA. So, but I don't know. I'll do a little more research, and maybe we'll come up with a name or two that would be fitting for that. But we'll keep an eye on that as that gets closer, and we'll see what happens. We'll do some more discussing. Jorge Alcantar. I am not familiar with that guy. Vikingo, tremendous talent. Oh my goodness. If you have not seen Vikingo, he's been in a few recent episodes of Impact Wrestling when they did the tapings in Mexico. Unbelievable. Phantasma, hamburger. The ham. No, Blood Rain. No, we don't want. I know that kid is popular in Mexico, but damn, no hamburger guy. No, I know who that is. What is this? Don't know. Okay. Oh, that's Phantasma. Okay. Yeah, Phantasma, aka Cuerno, King Cuerno. He's going to be part of that Lucha Underground versus Impact Wrestling. One of those matches there. Pimpinella. Pimpinella, or the guy that with the pink mohawk and he wears the little pink tutu thing. I think that's who you're talking about. He's always trying to kiss the other guys. Yeah, that guy. The last time we saw him at the not the last tapings of Impact Wrestling, but the tapings before that, Maximo. Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah. He had that match with oh damn. Brain fart. Come on, fill in the blank. Grado, thank you. See? Love you guys. He had the match with Grado, and it was hilarious because Maximo kissed Grado, and then Grado kissed him back and then left, and Maximo was like, oh, I remember that. It was so funny. I damn near pissed myself. Yeah, too funny. Yeah, I'll do a little more research in the coming weeks and see if I can come up with something that would make sense. It's hard, but it's fun to do. It's like, ooh, who is it? I still go with Punk, but if he's going down to Mexico, then it's like, could be, you know. But, you know, I look at it more of as a good faith thing. Like, okay, we're doing this partnership. I'm going to show up, but we'll see what happens. Isn't Tejano the top guy? I don't know who's champ right now. I was really keeping track of that for a while over the course of this last year when Johnny Impact was champ and he had Killer Cross and Taya by his side. And then that whole relationship kind of went to hell. And then I kind of strayed away from AAA for a while and kind of lost track. I think Dr. Wagner, when he was unmasked and all that whole stuff, I was kind of watching again. Yeah, I don't know who's champ right now. It's not ringing a bell. Oh, yeah, Phoenix. Oh, my freaking cat. Sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Stop. That's why you're so fat. Quit asking for treats all the time. Oh, I know, I'm so mean. Give your cats treats, damn it. Yeah, except my Rocky, the big black cat. He wants treats all the damn time. He's such a little crackhead. And then if my wife was here, she'd pop in with it. Why's it gotta be a black thing? Too damn funny. It's not a black thing. It's a black cat thing. It's Mega Champion. Yes. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot lately. I need to get back into that because some of it is pretty entertaining. Their tag team stuff is just crazy. You want to talk about stuff getting out of hand, and they got run-ins, and the refs just completely lose track of the matches. Oh my God, there's stuff down there. It's nuts. I think Vampiro's still in charge down there. Not sure. Oh my God, he's trying to tear apart the damn door. All right, we're gonna get out of here before my cat actually breaks through the door. Still trying to understand how Jeff Jarrett was top champion. Yeah, that's relationships and story building, and there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on behind that. As long as Vampiro isn't farting on the air. Oh, man. I know what yes, I was watching that one live when he did it. That was, God bless Vampiro. That was funny. Give Stryker a lot of credit. He was sitting next to him for that one. Matt Stryker. Whew. Man. Or waiting for the music. Oh my God, that was priceless. Yeah. Things don't always go too smooth down in AAA, but and when they don't, it makes for some funny moments. Stop. Oh my God, we're getting out of here. Can't do this no more. Yes, exactly. Where's my effing music? All right, we're getting out of here. I'm gonna go kick some cat butt. We'll be back, I don't know, tomorrow for something. We'll see what pops up in the news and whatever I feel like watching over the next 24 hours. Take care, guys. Have a good night.